Okay, before I was so fortuitously interrupted, um, I was trying to tell you about Tailspin and Mowgli and how it was the Jungle Book characters living, and they were living lives, and they were wearing clothes, and King Louis had a bar and something, I don't know, they were there was another little bear. Baloo was flying planes. He was had a air delivery service. He was an employee at an air delivery service, and uh, Shere Khan was a big time business mogul, and he was very mean. Uh, if you saw the movie The Aviator, uh, I don't know what the guy's name. I think it was Howard Hughes was the guy that was the aviator, and then there was the other guy that owned that was trying to buy up all the airlines. That big airline guy. That's what Shere Khan is like. Shere Khan is probably patterned after that guy, but he's just like him. And he was trying to figure out in the video how they came to make this cartoon, where it came from. And I mean, it was real simple. It was a simple thing to me. I was like, people don't understand. I think they said in 1960 something is when they came out with the Jungle Book. So you had to know something. These cartoon people from back then were definitely smoking on the dro. Act like you don't know. They were smoking on the dro. So don't act like you don't know. And so they were smoking weed, I'm sure. And I mean, because that's a weed, a weed type concept. We go we gonna take Baloo out the Jungle Book, right? Okay, you remember Baloo, right? He was a cool dude. And we're gonna put him in plays. He's gonna be flying. We're gonna give him a little sidekick. Mowgli can't come back for this one. So we're gonna have like all animals. And there ain't no real people nowhere. So it's all animals, and they running things, right? He's got a flight delivery a delivery plane, right? Big ass plane. He flies it. Not only that, he got a little friend that's a bear, right? This little bear friend. And he jumps out the plane tied to a rope like water skiing, and water skis, air skis behind the plane. He grabs the thing and like flies behind the plane the whole time, and then like will jump back in the plane. It'll be tight. And like Shere Khan don't eat up nobody, right? He's like stealing money. He's like a gangster. We gonna have him dressed in like $1,000 Armani suits. I mean, just claws sharp, diamonds on every claw. I mean, it's gonna be tight. I imagine it went something like that. I'm not too sure exactly where they got it from. I think he was saying that the trying to do the animals, where it came from with them. Did they sell Mowgli into slavery or what? I mean, if that happened, I'm trying to figure out what did Shere Khan get out of it. I think they was in it together. They must have been in cahoots. If that was the case, they must have been plotting against Mowgli the whole time. They're telling him all these bare necessities. They tell him all this stuff. Forget about your worry. Don't worry about it, because they was setting him up. They was gonna take him out. They sold him out for the car and the house and the airplanes and the jets they had, and they I don't know. Forgot what I was talking about, but explosive mind fitness. It has to do with feeling good. You have to learn to feel good wherever you are, and that means at work, at play. Your workout has to be something enjoyable, and if it's not something you enjoy, you're not gonna stick to it. Even if you don't do it right, I promise you, if you learn to like what you're doing, it'll be much more beneficial. Learn that, feel that, live that. Having a fit mind is so much more important than a fit body, because a fit body will fade. Truly, it will fade. And if your sanity is tied to your body, the lady there's the lady with the spiked hair that used to say, stop the insanity. And she was saying, you know, if you go after the same problem with the same try the same things and you keep coming up with the same solutions thinking you're going to get different solutions. That's insanity. And she's saying that people are trying to diet, trying to diet, trying to diet, and they keep running into the same problems. They're doing it the same way every time. You got to stop doing it the same way every time. You got to find what works for you. You got to feel it in your heart. When you go to the gym, if you don't like what you're doing, don't go in there and do that. If you know, they tell you, you got to get on and get this cardio. If you don't like the cardio, don't do it. Find ways to go where you need to be. That's the first step. Enjoy going to the gym. Start going to the gym and eating. Go to the gym and eat. Now, if it makes you feel bad, if you feel, because you keep bringing in big sack lunches with like 5-6 Kroger sacks full of food, that's a problem, but feel free to bring it in there. People are gonna look at you, but if that's how you eat, that's how you eat. I mean, some people, big people, need a lot of food. Truly, let me rephrase it. Big people can eat a lot of food. It doesn't mean that you're eating too much. Our bodies are different. Based on your weight, you need a certain amount of food. An elephant does not eat the same amount of food as a squirrel every day. If that was the case, I don't know, either the elephant would die or the squirrel would explode. One or the other. So you gotta know, don't think that you're eating too much. You might just be eating too much of the wrong stuff. And this is something else. Find out about some stuff. Research about soy. Research soybeans, soybean oil, and other partially hydrogenated whatever oil. Check those things out. Research, read about that stuff. Look it up, because that may be a part of the problem. That may be part of the reason our arteries and stuff are clogged. We got 30-year-old people dying of heart attacks. We got people with bad cholesterol in their 20s. We got kids with bad cholesterol, with diabetes, people, all these different problems. Find out about how the soybean industry has really taken over stuff. You never hear about it, so I'm telling you about it. Check it out. Find out what's wrong with soybean oil. What do you mean what's wrong with it? Start getting peanut oil. Start buying peanut oil. Don't buy canola. Don't buy vegetable. Don't buy corn oil. Buy peanut oil. It's more expensive, but you need it. It's better. Or get coconut oil. But it gets hard when it gets cold. So it turns like lard. So what you do is use peanut oil. It's the best thing for you. If you fry your food, do it. Use that. If you're not going to stop frying, well, stop killing yourself so fast. If you're shooting, instead of shooting yourself in the head, shoot yourself in the legs a few times. Don't kill yourself right away. If you're going to eat fried chicken, use peanut oil. Plus, it tastes much better. Peace.